News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
Now to a slightly different side of medicine. The biggest healthcare convention of the year is about to open in Atlanta next month. It is called HIMSS, H-I-M-S-S. Joining us live this morning, Dr. Val Jones of Better Health, and she's going to be there covering the event, here to give us a preview. And what is likely to be big news coming out of this. Val, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
One of the things that it seems to me will be sort of an overarching theme here is the digital revolution that comes to healthcare, the ability to have a patient's complete records available in a few keystrokes, something like that. It's a wonderful thing to which to point, but it requires, it seems to me, an awful lot of hardware, software, and at some point we have to get all this in place, right?
That's right. Well, I like to think of HIMSS as sort of the Star Trek convention of healthcare because it's got the best and brightest ideas in technology for an audience of 30,000 people. 30,000 people will be there, and of course the government has allotted $20 billion to advance electronic health records. So everyone's getting together to talk about it, make sure it happens.
But it's not just health records, too. It's this whole notion of being able to broadcast, if you will, to disseminate important health information. If I were to get on my cellular an alert from the CDC saying, hey, you need to be careful of fill in the blank, it's liable to mean a little bit more and to be, frankly, a little more tangible than if we just tell somebody about it on the air.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, mobile's going to be huge going forward because everybody has a cell phone. How better to get in touch with people but through the cell phone. The CDC has really been a leader in terms of communicating important health messages already through social media. For the flu, for example, they've been able to reach people in brave new ways, and I think you're going to see a lot more of that coming down the pike.
If we have better access to our records, do we also get better access at some point to the medical libraries, to the diagnostic tools, to the ways of saying, hey, I think I have this, what is it?
Well, there are a couple of things that they're going to showcase at HIMSS that I thought were pretty interesting. One was called Visual Diagnosis, and it's a library of images of rashes that doctors can use to try to narrow down what might be the problem in your case. And it kind of dovetails nicely with symptoms, and you can put the two together and figure out if you might have that disease or condition.
When you come back, I would be interested to hear what your reactions are.
Well, I'm going to Skype in actually to you from the conference, and I'm going to show you what I find there and what I think is the most promising ideas for consumers, and things like no more clipboard, where you enter in your data once and you don't have to fill out a clipboard every single time you go to the physician, telling them the same thing you told them the last time about your health insurance.
It'll be great to have our doc at HIMSS, and we'll look for Val's reports.
That's
Thanks
right.
so much, and we invite you to stay with us. The news continues here on News Channel 8.